When we have community, it's powerful. Alone, we're strong, but together, we are unstoppable. If you're anything like me, you have a big plan. I mean, I had a master plan of when and where my life was supposed to happen. But let's be real. Sometimes it doesn't always happen that way. Something happens that shifts everything, and that sweet old plan is pushed to the back burner or thrown out the window altogether. Whether it's a broken relationship, an injury, an illness, or even a death, some sort of trauma that just was not supposed to happen. Well, it took a catastrophic, life-changing accident for me to take a hard, careful look at my life, where I was going, what I valued most, and what I wanted my life to look like. So while it was an authentic catastrophe, it turned out to be anything but catastrophic, because through it, I developed a perspective shift on my life, and it led me to you. I realized then that sometimes you don't need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe. You just need to be able to take a step back, take a look at what's going on, and then have some tangible tools to get yourself through it. You need tools to enable you to confidently get through anything that comes your way, and you need a supportive community that you can lean on throughout that process and that has your back. Community may be the most important part of Pacer. I mean, you don't have to do it alone. Look, I tried and it didn't work. Believe me, when you are laying in a hospital bed depending on someone to carry your bedpan for you, you realize really quick just how much you need a supportive community. At the time, I felt so alone. I felt like no one understood me. I didn't want to admit I was hurting, or that I felt like I wasn't a good enough mom, or that I wasn't a good enough wife. And I went from having this big world to my world getting smaller and smaller, because when you're in any kind of pain, you tend to isolate, or at least that's what I did. My life with pain left me so isolated and so depressed. And when you're depressed, it takes every ounce of energy to do anything. It took every bit of energy and determination to reach out and just share my vulnerabilities. But when I did, something happened. I gathered strength. I felt supported. And more than anything, I had a huge sense of relief, because I knew I wasn't alone on this journey. I didn't have to hide anymore. A wise man once said, "We heal what we reveal." To my surprise, admitting my vulnerabilities led me to a community of people who were able to lean in on each other and spur each other along when the going was tough. And it started out with me just reaching out to one friend who introduced me to another friend, and before long we had a group of women that would meet weekly so we could encourage each other and support each other. I mean, courage is contagious, but so is fear. So you have to make sure you're surrounding yourself with a community that lifts you up and believes in you. I had somebody say, "Oh, well, you're lucky you had a good community." And I said, well, your hard work puts you where your blessings can find you, because you have to be willing to reach out and offer your hand in help as much as you are to reach out and ask for help. And I hope when you look at the people that you spend the most time with, that you really see your values reflected in their voices, and you know they're genuinely rooting for your success. And if they're not good teammates, well, it's time to set some healthy boundaries. Now, I'm not saying you have to get rid of these people, but maybe it's time to set a healthy boundary and maybe not spend as much time. Put a limit on the time that you spend with them or how much you share with them. I promise this can make all the difference, because our strength and our success is nurtured by the support of a community. Doesn't mean we don't break down or our hearts don't break open. It happens, but it just means that we get through it together. So I hope that you can take a look at who you're spending your time with. There's a motivational speaker, his name was Jim Rohn, and he said, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Truth is, the influence of our social network extends beyond these 5, and the influence is significant. Most of us are affected by our environment far more than we believe. The people around us impact what we talk about, our choices, our behaviors, and even our results. So, are the people around you doggy downers, or are they puppy uppers? Are they holding you back, or are they propelling you forward? Sometimes we need to make changes in our social environment in order to see our dreams come true and step into our full potential. I'm so grateful that you are here, and I'm so grateful that we have this community at FabFitFun. And I hope that you will reach out. We have a community board. Reach out to one another, support one another, reach out to me. I would love to connect with you. So let's do this. Let's rise up together.